so we got this game 1 here.
Yep, game 1, Fox versus Shiek. Classic matchup.
So how would you describe Anmex's style?
I'm not sure. I'd say he just has a pretty standard style in a good way. Like, I know he talks to Kirby Kaze a lot online. He's basically one of Kirby Kaze's disciples.
Really?
And,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so, and Kirby Kaze is like, he's really good at just like describing. He's like one of those players that's really good at describing and explaining and understanding the game rather than just nobody's using it. As opposed to like some players who just play it, are really good, have a lot of experience, but like can't articulate their knowledge.
There's a lot of people like that.
Yeah, like I think like Axe is actually largely one of those kinds of people. Like I remember back in the day, every time you'd ask Axe for advice, he'd just be like, well, I don't know, man. You're really good. There was a NorCal tourney where after Axe 2-0'd someone, his opponent turned to him, looks at him, so, any advice? I just like started laughing at the guy.
What about, how would you describe K9's Fox?
Well, I'll describe it whenever the window's back up. I'd say, I mean, one of the good things about Fox is even though he requires a lot of tech skill, there's a lot of really different ways to play him. Wobbles wrote a.
I saw that, yeah, on Team Liquid.
Wobbles wrote a Team Liquid article about it, but it's just that I don't know. Fox is just a great character. He's pretty well-rounded, pretty good at everything. So, like he can play slow and defensive. He can play fast and aggressive. So, I think K9's good at playing those kinds of styles. Obviously, because he's
Which way, defensive?
like more spacing and fundamental based. Because he's rooted in project or Brawl and PM.
He's really
more so
Brawl,
Brawl, but PM more recently. And K9 also, he's been spending a lot of time at Sky's house with Me Too King, so he's
that'll help.
Yeah, so he's got a lot of good practice over the summer. But yeah, Anmex cleanly taking game 1. And strong start in game 2. First off Anmex. Okay. So even though K9 has a pretty smart understanding of like how to position himself, I think he lacks like a certain finesse that like you just get by playing the game more. Like he's clearly gotten a lot better at it. I remember when I played as Fox not even that long ago, he would spam shield too much. But I think like there's like a few like really strong options that every character has, and part of learning the character is learning those options. And I think he's still kind of there. Like he hasn't broken past it yet. But that's not on him as a player. It's more so just he's still relatively new to Melee. Like even though Fox is a great character, I feel like K9 uses some of Fox's like, I guess, quote unquote safer approach options whenever they're not exactly the best thing to do. Oh, that was a smart crouch cancel by K9. Yeah, that was a good grab setup. Yeah. Good up smash out of shield. K9's behind, but not out. It's Melee, where miracles can happen. Especially when a Fox is involved.
It's one shot, that's all you need.
This is a pretty hard comeback to make, though. Fox makes anything possible on both ends. Like, whenever you're down 4 stocks to 1 against a Fox, you're like, I just have to kill this guy 4 times. Whenever you're as Fox down 4 stocks to 1, you're just like, I just have to kill this guy 4 times. Whereas that doesn't happen in matchups like Peach Dittos or Puff Dittos. I have to rest this guy 4 times.
Like Peach versus Marth, you're like, okay.
Well,
outplay them.
I'm screwed. A few things that I think K9 would get a lot of good mileage from is it's a relatively hard move to use. Like, it requires a lot better timing than his neutral air. That was some pretty nice dash dancing, but Anmex didn't fall for it. But I think using down air more would be good, because sometimes neutral air, like, sometimes it's weak to like crouch cancel. It's I can't fully articulate it, but there's a lot of situations where down air is safer than neutral air. Like, just because neutral air is a quick startup, but it stays in one place, but down air like keeps repeating itself. One particular situation is whenever the opponent crouch cancels, down air is a lot better because of the multi-hit. Down air also just, it follows up better. Oh. Okay.
So what do you think K9 needs to do to bring this back, like in terms of playstyle?
Damn! That's pretty good.
That'll work, that'll do it.
I didn't have to answer your question. Just gotta do that.
4 times.
I think even though K9 he has pretty good positioning, pretty good movement. Like, I was actually pretty impressed by some of the dash dancing I've seen him do this match. Well, since one thing that really separates a lot of the experienced Foxes from the newer ones is recovery. Oh, nope. So, better recovery definitely is always a good thing with Space Animals. But another thing I was gonna say is, I think K9 needs to learn to zone a little bit better with Fox. Like, I feel like some of the times when he throws out attacks, he gets a little bit too close. Like, even though they're good options, like Fox's shuffle in air, I think K9 would get a lot from being able to. I feel like Fox needs to learn to throw out some moves in a safer manner, because even though his neutral air is quote unquote safe, it's really short range. So you can't do it all the time. So like, I'd say spacing the neutral air in a little bit in a safer way to where you're not trying to hit them, you're trying to like claim that area more so. I think more tilts and more back airs might help too, because back air's fantastic zoning move with Fox. Up tilt's a good zoning move. Stuff like that. So what I mean is, I think even though K9 has a good overall understanding of Fox, since he's not that experienced of a Fox player, he lacks a bit of the in-betweens, I guess. So like, it's kind of like all or nothing. Like, he's either like playing a careful positioning game, or he goes in. And another thing is, I think it's just the matchup, or because like I feel like Fox kind of has to play like that when he doesn't know a matchup, because it's just harder. You have to you reduce yourself to what you know works. You don't have as much like deep, in-depth understanding of what to do. I want to see a Game 5. Do you want to see a Game 5? You always want to see a Game 5.
stuff like this. Do you know who you played when there's final?
I don't.
Did you play your first round?
I played my first round, but I haven't looked at the bracket since. No, he's not. We only have 8 people in the bracket today.
We will have a much bigger PM bracket.
Yeah, I'd imagine. That was a good breakout.
Oh yeah, that's who broke out?
K9 broke out of the
Yeah,
grab.
that's a brawl.
It's a
That is a brawl.
oh yeah. Oh ooh.
That would have been. Oh no.
He's hungry. Ooh. Okay, 2-1. I felt like, I mean, K9 proved me wrong, but I had a feeling Anmex was gonna take that match because I feel like when a player like drops 2 opportunities in a row like that, they just become self-defeated. Like when he missed both of those up smashes, I thought he'd just be like, shit, I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought he'd be flustered.
No, K9 has had way too much experience to get flustered. Head swipes.
Yeah, there's some compilation videos about it.
Which I feel like they missed a crucial source of K9 rage, but it's fine.
Yep.
It's fine.
Okay, SD first stock. Although we don't like to see SDs, we do want to see a game 5. So it's evened up again. So whatever. But yeah, I think K9's placing himself pretty well, but I don't think he's using ground moves enough.
Really?
Yeah, like you know the standard fighting this.
There's like a buzzing here. This over. Oh, where?
Good forward smash.
Oh, my bad. It's good right there.
Ooh.
So this is one of those moments where holding onto that stock is so important.
Yeah.
And doing stuff like this.
Oh, the trade.
Yeah. That's the really scary thing about this game is that when you're down in percent, or when you're down in stocks, the opponent can make like really risky moves and it doesn't matter. They just win.
Nice.
trades.
That was an amazing. Oh no.
We got a game 4.